Okay, I'm hoping now it's picking up the background audio properly. So I am gonna pick the... Oh, that one's the volleyball. Okay, well we don't want them... I don't want to sit at the pool. Let's do volleyball with Huntress. I literally would do any of them except for hang out with Trapper. Wow, it's so exciting to have someone else into athletics on the island. Spirit and Wraith are so boring, and Trapper is so predictable, relying on brute strength to win games. He has no respect at all for grace and skill. Thank goodness you didn't choose the yacht. What kind of person wants to be a sitting duck in the middle of the open ocean? You're just asking for a sneak attack from an elk. Naturally. I wondered how long it would take her to bring up an elk attack. I'm assuming that's backstory as well. I really should have looked into the backstory for these four. Game starting up again. Make sure you're watching close. She's really something, huh? Elk don't swim. Live in the forest long enough and you'll see an elk swim, believe you me. Cheer for me, cute stuff. The killers resumed their place on the volleyball court and resumed the match they were playing before you arrived. To be fair, I would absolutely be wanting to sit and watch a beach volleyball game. Just heaven. Hey, fancy a lemonade? I see you working up a thirst, eyeing those bouncing buns playing volleyball. Claudette hands you a lemonade. Ooh, so fresh, so tart. She leans in and whispers in your ear. Who would you bet on to win? Who's the MVP of your little heart? You're nervous. You don't want any of these killers to hear you talking about them, or not talking about them, if they're into that sort of thing. Just pick someone, please. It's not like we've got all day, night, week, month, year, lifetime, eternity, or anything. Who put sand in that guy's shorts? Sheesh. Okay, I think, it would be either one of those to win the game, obviously. Huntress? Oh shoot, Huntress overheard you. Aw, you've got your eye on me. I'm flattered you think I'm good, but honestly, I'm a little annoyed that I've been so flashy with my moves. Usually I'm so sneaky you can barely see me at all. It's not true, she sings the whole time she's running around in the map. Huntress is totally kicking my butt. Correct answer. I'm allowed to support the other people on this island, right? Oh jeez, I have no idea what the rules are here. Are there even rules? I should have stayed in my secret Larry. My secret Larry. Wow, what a game? It's a tie! Can there even be a tie in volleyball? Not that I know of. No one knows, since this is everyone's first time playing. These killers don't usually have time for team sports amid their busy schedule of brutally tearing survivors to shreds. Hey, is Claudette crying? Are you okay, Claudette? Probably just shedding a tear for her lost fellow survivors. You know, this resort had 4 employees when it opened. It's nothing, I'm totally fine. Whatever you say, boss. Oh, look, the killers have dispersed and are all cooling down in their own way. Spirit is reading a novel. Trapper is stretching sensually in between chainsaw curls. Wraith is standing on the beach, desperately hoping the sand will swallow him up. And Huntress is doing some target practice with her bloodied hatchet. You feel a nudge. Dwight is looking at you expectantly. You should really make a move. Life is short. You could get snuffed out at any time of day. Carpe diem, carpe PM, carpe nowem. Go ahead, chat one of them up. So, which killers caught your eye? I want to join Wraith, hoping the sand will swallow us up. You decide to approach Wraith. You're thinking you might flirt with him, but you also kind of think you just need to make sure he's okay. Not with anything specific, just in general. Poor little bloodthirsty guy. Do you ever wish you could just put on a cloak and disappear from the world? Is that a tear running down his face? There are too many people who can hurt you, who can make you do things you don't want to do. Yes, actually. Absolutely. I can't believe there's someone who feels the same way I do. A ghost of a smile passes across Wraith's face. Come on, everyone. The fun and games can't be over already. I get it. Volleyball? Not ruthless enough. Look at us. We crave action. We crave excitement. We crave the thrill of the hunt. It's time to see if our friend here has the hunter's instinct. I saw you surveying me like prey on the volleyball court, Katie. Huntress waves a bloody axe in the air, and you step back nervously before you realize she's not waving it at you. She's handing it to you. Don't worry, I've got several of these. It's important to hone your skills, especially when you're in a new place where threats may lurk around every corner. You need to make sure that you are the biggest threat out of all. Just don't aim those things at me. You can't even see me. Minigame, oh, okay, I'm not gonna read out the instructions for the minigames. There's a pointer and it rotates. And there's a target. Oh, it's like the same. Press the space bar to slap it on the target. Okay, so if you have played Dead by Daylight, it's literally the same thing, where you have to like, quick time events. Oh, here we go. Show them what you got. Got it. Fuck. Got it. Got it. Okay, I missed one. Oh my god, this one's so fast. Fuck. I'm impressed. A worthy opponent. I mean, could have been better, but who's keeping score? Thank you. For the record, I am, and you got 6 points. Hatchet throwing? Sorry, hatchet throwing? Cool, like, I guess. I like my stabbing to be a bit more up close and personal, we know. Somewhere, a loud horn blows and the survivors snap into action. Time's up. You heard him. Get to the next activity. Seems like the next activity is mealtime? How quaint. You were expecting what? Capture the flag? Do you know how complicated it is to run a game like that? Much more so than sitting and talking. You arrive at the cookout area to find an assortment of picnic tables scattered around. What were you expecting? Some kind of grand hall with a huge banquet table? This ain't some prestigious fantasy epic like you'd find on cable. Dwight and Claudette usher you to your seat, but there's very limited seating directly around you. And, oh, great. Terrific! It seems that everyone wants to sit next to you. Even better is that they don't want to sit next to certain other people either. To start, no one wants to sit next to Trapper, obviously. And he refuses to sit next to Wraith or Trickster. Who's this? Oh yeah, Trickster's here. Surprised? Yeah, well, they don't call him expected stir. I'm sorry, even I get nervous around crowds of killers, and my whole shtick gets a little flustered. Hey there. You're looking good, Katie. Real good. Thank you. And we literally can't let Huntress and Trapper sit together. No, seriously, their arms are too big. They can't fit at the table if they sit side by side. Look at this. We can't even fit everyone on screen at the same time. You probably think it was an error, but it's not. It was completely intentional. Let that be a lesson to you. Every error you think you see is a choice. Got that? Okay, Dwight and Claudette are directing traffic. You sit on one side, and the rest of them will sit opposite you. That sounds horrible. Huntress and Trapper can sit at the ends with their enormous sexy arms. Now that everyone's seated, we can begin dinner. Tonight's meal was prepared slowly and carefully with both love and hate for 12 hours over a spit. Better not have been a person. We hope you all enjoy. We really, really hope you do. Hey, you didn't actually tell us what you're serving. What are we eating? It's meat. Seasoned with a specific number of special herbs and spices that we simply can't divulge. My favorite! Meat is good. Meat is murder. Don't you like murder? Which you'd know, considering what you've been up to. Who are you to get judgy now? I'm just sharing packs. And you need to murder something to eat its meat, so that's, like, technically true. Technically true is the best kind of true! Okay, enough yapping. Let's eat. Hey, Katie, you thinking what I'm thinking? It's gonna be a person on that spit, right? I was thinking that. Or several parts of overlapping people, perhaps? I wasn't thinking that. I haven't seen many pigs wearing palm tree button-down prints, you know. Oh no. When you look closely at the spit, you spot what definitely appears to be scraps of fabric sandwiched between some layers of meat. I think I might be sick. Is there anything else to eat? This took 12 hours. And we do literally everything on this island. Actually, there's one thing you're not doing today. You're not carving up this delectable meal. Wow, he's right for a change. Because I am with my broad axe. It's the perfect tool for easily chopping anything in twain. First, who says twain? Sometimes I swear it's like we're all from completely different historical eras. Second, I'll handle this with my cleaver. Fast, powerful, and clean. At least it's clean when the meat is cooked. No blood. You two in your ridiculous bicep swinging contest. Enough! Grow up! Obviously, my gorgeous katana is the only option. Obs. The hell it is! Oh, I'll show you both my katana and send you to actual hell if you like. Please stop. Please. I hate when we fight, or talk, or even when we look at each other in the eye. I can do it. I have the skull of Azarov! Great, instead of slicing it up, you can club it to second death. Hey, Katie, I know this isn't exactly what you want to eat, but hurry up and volunteer to carve up dinner. Otherwise, this will go on for hours. No hyperbole. They once argued over who had the most effective weapons for 72 straight hours. And it doesn't matter which one does it. When they're done, they will take even longer cleaning their weapon, all the while explaining the value in maintaining their tools. Despite being a bunch of cold-blooded killers, for some reason they're always afraid of tetanus. Everybody should be afraid of tetanus. Hey, why don't you just let me carve up dinner? Splendid idea. We'd hate for it to get cold. He hated when it got cold. Here's a machete, freshly sharpened. Oh my god, another minigame. You don't need to tell me how every time. No, don't tell me again. Oh my god, no. Oh, thank god, it's not as fast. Oh no, it's getting faster. Oh, thank god. I can't believe I did it. Shit! Flawless! That was probably the sexiest thing I've seen that didn't involve a dismemberment. Maybe we should skip dinner. Settle down. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. And remember, Katie, don't show all your cards just yet. You don't want them to expect anything. Dinner is finally served. For real. The sounds, especially coming from the masked killers while they eat, which involves lifting their masks and shoving food up behind them, are nasty. Spirit, meanwhile, doesn't even eat. She's the only one who seems to be really embracing being dead. They're all dead, right? This is obviously hell? I mean, come on. We're still trying to be mysterious here. You think mystery comes easy? Claudette and Dwight are the only ones who've been working their asses off to make this night perfect. Well, at least they're lifting their masks. This is only 99% as disgusting as it could be if they just tried to mash stuff through there. Spirit, why aren't you hungry? The two best things about being dead is not having to eat. That's only one thing. Think about it, Katie. Number two is no number two. One less thing to think about in the afterlife. I don't know, I think eating's worth it. Eating is so good. Even if I wanted to eat, I have no idea what would actually follow. You might have noticed, but I'm mostly just a bunch of dismembered body parts floating in spectral form. I kind of had noticed, but usually, like right here, right? But usually this is blocking it. There's another one on her leg somewhere. Do you see how deep this cut on my abdomen is? I don't think my digestive tract connects anymore. Oh, true. Between the food and the behavior of the group, this might be the worst meal in history. But even worse is they're staring at you. You're not eating, and they don't like that. I think they want an explanation why. What do you want to tell them? Look at that seagull! Wow, you ever see a seagull that big? I haven't. That's incredible! Anyway, what were we talking about? Lame misdirect. Yeah, she's right, Katie. Pretty lame. Own who you are. Never compromise. Didn't you wash up with this island, on this island, with no memory of who you are or how you got here? Yes, you did. Poor thing. You have no idea the last time you ate a real meal, and you've been standing in the sun. But the seagull... Uh-oh. He just made a lot of good points. I was thinking the same thing. I swear. You're beginning to feel lightheaded. It waved at me. Maybe you need to eat to survive here. Either that or someone poisoned you. No, wait. You haven't eaten, so you can't be poisoned. Well, I did drink that drink at the beginning. Whatever the answer, you're clearly about to pass out. Oh, hey, it's me again. Your friend, mentor, and guide. Narrator to the narrator. The ocean. Not sure about how I feel about that characterization, but I'll allow it. I brought you here, and I might be the only one who can help you now. There's only one thing you must do to survive. You have to figure out why you're really here. No one can tell you, not unless you follow the right path, or at least a right path. There's too many of those to count. Hopefully you pick at least one of them. Because there are even more wrong paths. Many of them lead to your demise. Others lead to something even worse. Starting scenes over and over and having to fast forward back to where you were, am I right? For this place holds many secrets, even from itself. But the one that truly matters can only be learned if you answer the most important question. Why are you here? Why are you here? Answer that and you'll learn the truth. The ultimate truth. Vague, mysterious. I gotta give it up to this ocean character. That's some quality early game storytelling. Hold on, I'm back. One more piece of advice. You've made many choices by now. Some of them I liked, some of them I did not. It's in your best interest to make more choices that I like. But the choices might be yours to make, but they're mine to reward. And if you want to truly succeed in this place, you'll need my help. I feel like I'm starting to settle into voices for people, but maybe that'll be completely different next time I sit down. Sit down. You wake up to find Huntress holding your limp body, gingerly pouring cool water into your mouth. Oh, good, you're okay. Sometimes when I try to care for people, they have a way of ending up less alive than when I started. Which would be a total bummer since if it happened to you. It's been so long since I had a normal, happy, healthy, living person around. Usually I'm just falling into the same old routine of smashing everyone's heads open with a hatchet before I get to really know who they are as a person. But you're not nearly as scared or too busy writhing in pain to see me for me. You feel nervous in her arms, not just because they're maybe crushing you a little bit, but because she's beautiful. Yes, beautiful, but I was just gonna narrate that fact, not, say it out loud as a single word like some creep. Beautiful mask, your bunny mask. It's quite gorgeous. Nice recovery. But now that you're awake and talking, you gotta keep this up. Did you make it yourself? You're the first person to ever ask me that. Yes, I did. We are not going to want to hear this story, are we? You seem so quirky and cool. You could do anything. Own an Etsy store, be a doctor. Why is it that you kill people? Huntress sighs. You can practically see the memories flickering across her eyes. But she hasn't tried to kill you yet, so that's a good sign. It's all I was ever taught to do as a young girl, so I thought it was right. Even through the mask, you can see that Huntress is blushing a bit. Seems like your line of questioning has made her a little nervous. Hey, you didn't eat much at dinner. Want a snack? She offers you some jerky. Probably human jerky, but her spice game is on point because it smells pretty damn good. I guess I better eat. Surely I can be a vegetarian. When on Murderer's Island, you might as well eat as the killers do. Plus, you really are hungry. And you can chow down on jerky sensually, right? No. I'd love some. After a moment of quiet chewing on what you choose to believe is not human thigh meat, you decide to be bold and ask another question. Have you ever been in a relationship before? Dang, you're really going there? You should not play around, Katie. Huntress takes a moment to think deeply before answering. I must say, it's quite amusing to see this hulking bombshell get all twisted up with these personal questions. Kudos to you, Katie. There was one deer that looked at me quite provocatively in a clearing once, but that doesn't count, does it? No. You hear the faintest giggles bubble out from behind Huntress's mask. You're so cute, Huntress. No, it doesn't count. Whoa, what's this? You found something in the sand. Huntress reaches down to pick it up. It's a hair clip, probably left by some little girl who was playing on the beach long ago who is definitely still alive and not at all dead. Huntress closes the bag of jerky with the hair clip. Seems like she's a little mixed up on how exactly this particular item works. Should you go with the flow or show off some of your knowledge of advanced humaning? We're gonna advance humaning too. You silly goose. You chuckle before reaching for the bag of jerky. You take the barrette off and collect a lock of Huntress's hair, clipping it back into an attractive swoop. Much better. Huntress is so happy that you taught her something new about human trinkets. She touches the clip in her hair with a shy smile. Just as things are really heating up, you hear a flurry of footsteps behind you and you quickly spin around, ready to fend off whatever new danger has popped up on this strange island. Only to find it's Dwight and Claudette sprinting across the beach, clipboards in hand, which they're waving in the air above their heads. It's very important that we stick to the itinerary and attend each event as scheduled. Playing sick for cute flirt points was not part of this evening's activities. That's strictly slotted in for after campfire story time. At this rate, we'll be late. Playing sick? No time for excuses. Well, there is, but that's scheduled for after what comes after the flirting. Yeah, I get it. Go, go, go!